this is Mexican Mix-Up. It's by Pauline Hall and it's on page 41 of Piano Time 2 for anybody interested. Right, it's got a mix of 6/8 and 3/4. So 6/8 is compound duple time. Easiest way to think about it is there's 2 in a bar. It's a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. 3/4 has the same amount of quavers in it. It still has 6, but it's divided differently. So instead of having 1 2 3 1 2 3, you've now got 1 2 1 2 1 2. So when you play these, you get completely different emphasis. If you look on the page 40, same notes, different tunes. I'll show you exactly how much of a difference this can make, because the first one is in 3/4. If you look through it really quickly, you see that they are exactly the same notes as they've said. So 3/4 is grouped in 2s. Okay, now if I was going to accent that heavily, which would be completely wrong, but I'll do it anyway, you get the idea of how it's definitely 1 2 3 1 2. As well as when I'm doing it slowly, that there's definitely 3 in a bar. Okay, so we're going to take the same notes, we're going to turn them into 6/8. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and, this is going to be 1 and 2 and. Okay, so again, I'll accent it quite heavily. Alternate them. So we'll have the first bar will have 3/4, the second bar will have 6/8, the last bar will have 3/4, and then the actual last bar is just dotted minim, so it's completely irrelevant. What did I say first? Did I say 3/4, 6/8, 3/4? If I did, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll do that again. I'll do it the other way around, so 6/8, 3/4, 6/8. Now what's really interesting about this is you don't actually need that left hand. The left hand's there to help, it really is, because it's got the beat involved in the left hand. But if you do it without the left hand, you can still hear the emphasis. Or 6/8. Okay, so Mexican Mix-Up, 6/8, 3/4. So each bar alternates except on the cadences at the end. 2 3, where you've got a straight 2 bars of 3/4 that's been added onto the end of the first 3 sections, which are all 6/8, 3/4. So you've got 3 3/4 bars in a row, but it's only 3 because it's a 2 added onto the end. So 6/8. I'm just going to play it very briefly, all in 3/4. Certainly the first half, the second half, it doesn't quite work and it's almost impossible to do. But the first half I'm going to play all in 3/4. Compare that to just a little word about fingering on bars 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It's got 4 2. Now how anybody can slur that unless you've got hands at least as big as mine, and even then it's really awkward. So we're going to change that to 1 and a 2. Okay. Last 2 bars, the very last 2 bars, again it's got some very peculiar fingering. That's a 4-2 and then a 5-2, and I'm not quite sure why it's like that. So easier thing is a 1-2, 1-2. It's not legato anyway, so you can just jump from there. Okay, so bars 7 and 8, much easier, and the last 2 bars. Okay, Mexican mix up.